Have you ever met someone who questions everything? Not because they're rebellious, but because their curiosity runs deeper than most? They can't stop asking why, how, and what if, as if life itself is one long riddle waiting to be solved. But what really goes on inside the mind of someone who questions everything? Is it intelligence? Insecurity? Or maybe a quiet war between both? To understand these people, you have to step inside their mental universe, a place where curiosity is both the compass and the chaos. Because questioning everything isn't just a trait, it's a survival mechanism that evolved into a lifestyle. It's part logic, part emotion, and part restlessness that never truly sleeps. This mindset usually begins in childhood. Kids who grow up in unpredictable environments learn to observe patterns early. They watch behaviors, read tones, and decode meaning, because understanding becomes their way to stay safe. And one day, that survival instinct turns into curiosity. Psychologists call it epistemic curiosity, the deep desire to seek truth and clarity in an uncertain world. But combine that with sensitivity and introspection, and you get a mind that never switches off. It's like a mental search engine that never stops refreshing. They question authority, beliefs, systems, even themselves. They don't accept because that's just how it is. They're wired to look underneath, to find the truth behind the curtain. But the gift of deep insight often comes with a cost. Over time, this constant questioning can lead to analysis paralysis. They don't struggle with indecision, they struggle with over-possibility. Every scenario unfolds in their mind like a maze. Neuroscience shows higher activity in the prefrontal cortex, the center of logic and foresight. That's why they move slowly, not out of fear, but precision. But questioning everything can be exhausting because the more you see, the harder it becomes to rest. Ignorance might be bliss, but awareness? It's heavy. People who question everything often feel disconnected. They crave depth in a shallow world. They can't do small talk, they need soul talk. Psychologically, these individuals score high on openness to experience, one of the big 5 personality traits. It's what drives artists, philosophers, and innovators. But it also leaves them vulnerable to existential doubt. They don't just accept the world, they reinterpret it. They deconstruct and rebuild everything, from love to logic, until it makes sense. And that's why throughout history, the people who questioned everything changed everything. But there's a dark side to deep awareness. When you question everything, you also question yourself. You begin to doubt your own instincts, your own beliefs, even your own emotions. Psychologists call it cognitive dissonance fatigue. Your brain keeps comparing belief versus reality, ideal versus truth, and the space between those two, that's where pain lives. Many questioners also experience existential anxiety. They peel away the surface of life, and what they find underneath is too real to ignore. Once you see the mechanics of illusion, you can't go back. But their greatest strength is connection. They don't memorize information, they weave it together. Every insight becomes a web of meaning. In relationships, they may seem distant, but it's because they're watching with depth. They don't just listen to what you say, they listen to how you say it. They study the micro-expressions most people never see. Their love language is truth. Because to them, lies, even small ones, fracture the foundation of reality. They'd rather be hurt by honesty than comforted by illusion. For many, questioning is a form of control. When the world feels unpredictable, curiosity becomes a shield. It's not just curiosity, it's self-defense through understanding. And as they grow, this curiosity turns spiritual. They stop asking what's right and start asking what's real. It's where psychology meets philosophy and mind meets soul. But here's the truth, not every question needs an answer. Some mysteries are meant to be lived, not solved. Curiosity without wonder becomes chaos. For the questioners, peace doesn't come from answers, it comes from acceptance. Accepting that uncertainty isn't the enemy, it's the essence of growth. Real wisdom isn't in knowing everything, it's in understanding what can't be known. That's where curiosity evolves into clarity, and awareness becomes peace.